La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. 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 Ahmadiyyat zindabad, 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 Ahmadiyyat.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Irrespective of whether we are doctors or not, we all believe that we have 2 kidneys each. And we've had cases of one of somebody's kidney being damaged. How long can the other one sustain a person if one damages? Either it damages while this person is a youth, or it damages while he grows up to adulthood. How long can one kidney? Because God that gave 2 knows the reason why He gave 2. If one now damages and somebody is now living with one, how long can that one sustain the individual?
Thank you. Dr. Sonny, take note. Then number 2.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My question too is on kidney. Some people take ewuro bitter leaf. Sorry, is it good for kidney? Because we had it contains so many salt and some other things. So.
Number 3.
My question also goes to the doctor. When he was talking about kidney, said the main job of the kidney is to remove excess water from the body and other toxins. Now, if somebody sweats too often, has it got anything to do with the function of the kidney? Sweats very often, has it got anything to do with the function of the kidney?
This your sweat. Is it when you eat or when you walk or just wetting? Okay. Take note. The people. Okay. All right. People from outside the IT section, can we have their questions so that can be answered once and for all? Yes. Read the question out.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The questions from the platform, one is on bitter leaf, and someone has from the platform. I didn't notice, sir. Okay, sir. Now the second question is, what type of body painkillers that you can prescribe that will have little or no effect to the kidney? What type of body painkillers that have little or no effect to the kidney? The second question is, can bitter herbs affect kidney?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan on the question. The first one is, how long will a kidney, can the kidney takes one? A kidney has been created by God to take one throughout the lifetime. We have only one heart, and the heart is beating 120 times in a second, in a minute. And here the heart has been beating since you have been giving back to, and you continue to beat it with that. So God has created those organs to continue functioning. However, whatever we do may affect their function. So ordinarily, some people are even born with one kidney. Ordinarily, the kidney should take us throughout our lifetime. But God is wonderful. He has created some things in pairs, so that if mistakenly one stop functioning, the other will be functioning. In fact, many people have discovered with time that their one kidney in them has stopped functioning long time ago. It is the second one that is actually taking them all around. So ordinarily, a kidney should take us through our lifetime. But we don't know the period of time that they will take us will depend on how much insult we put on them, how much injury they go through. Normally, one should be able to walk throughout one's life. But if one should have injury, maybe by playing football or falling down, the leg may be affected. So those organs can actually take us. But depending on what we do. So if we do our normal thing, eat natural food, use normal life, do not drink or use drugs that may cause injury to those kidneys, they will take us. And we have seen people who have done transplant, have been lucky, and they've been living with transplant for 5 years, 10 years. And we have seen people with only one kidney, and they've been living well for years. So what we should be minded of is, we have two. We are not sure if the two are working. So even if one is working, at least we are okay now. Let's do everything to protect the kidney so that we don't come down with any disease. Number two, the bitter leaf, the bitter herbs, the alomo bitter, all these bitter. What I know is that things that are bitter has very toxic materials. Even if you want to know if things are bitter, the goats will even eat them. The bitter leaves, when the goat gets there, they won't eat them. It shows that they may be poisonous. So don't let us be taking too much bitter things, because they may actually contain poisonous or very toxic materials. As they are toxic to our mouth, they may also be toxic to the kidney. So let's be careful with all the bitter. So we should strike a balance. We should not eat too sweet things like the sugar, the mineral and all that, but we also not take too much bitter, except once in a while. But for things like ewuro, of course, in those days, our mother used to do something. They will, one might not go, I don't know the English terminology, they will squeeze it so that they can remove as much toxic material or as much poison as possible. So that what we'll be eating will not be the little remnant of the leaves and the poison that cannot be removed easily. So the content of the toxic thing that we may be eating will have been reduced with the squeezing and all that. But some people will now go and take that water that has been squeezed out to now drink. Those are the one giving themselves unnecessary problem. So we should avoid all the bitter. Somebody asked on the platform hepatitis B and treatment. Hepatitis B affects the liver, not the kidney. The problem with that is that we only even have one liver. Liver too excretes things from the body system. And once the liver fails, in fact, that one has no solution, because liver transplant is not common. Nobody has two livers, so nobody will give you your liver, except a dying person that has written in his will. Maybe somebody with cancer, he knows he will die, the liver is sick, the person can say, I want to donate my liver because I could die from cancer. Let me donate this liver before I die. And so people do it abroad, but that is abroad where they understand. People will still continue to struggle here. If I have cancer, you cannot take my liver again. So people will continue to struggle in Nigeria, they may not donate. So if you have hepatitis, let's go to the hospital to see gastroenterologists. They are the specialists in that field. They do some tests for us. The problem with hepatitis is once you are hepatitis B positive, you continue to be positive for life. That doesn't mean you still have hepatitis. If your body takes care of it, or you have used drug that has reduced the proliferation, you might be okay. So there are tests that we do core antigen, envelope antigen, we do viral load. Those tests will tell the doctor whether the virus is replicating. Once the virus is not replicating, they will not be able to destroy the liver. But when they are still replicating, they will destroy the liver with time. And one will now come down with liver failure. One of the end-stage diseases too. Because once people even have kidney failure is even still better. They will still be talking about transplant. When you have liver failure, it is counseling of death straight. Stay forward. You know that they will be start telling you. When we see people being unnecessarily nice to you, it might be that something that is happening. They have told them, be nice, call your family, be good to your wife, be good to your children, do your will, be good to your God and another. In fact, they do that one in liver clinic most. Number 4, reason for high prevalence of chronic kidney disease is what we are eating. We now drink minerals, people now drink alcohol like pure water. All this, you know, the way everybody drinks alcohol now, except the conscious Muslims. They do them in small sachets. The females are even drinking it now. Small sachet, 50 naira. The female will just take it. So a lot of people are, in fact, 80% of Nigerians are now drinking alcohol. Everybody just drinking alcohol. The sachet one form that they have done it is making it easier for people to buy. You see small children, 15 naira. They go and buy, they drink. Some people put it in their coke, put it in their other food. So because of the increased alcohol rate that we are doing now, it is increasing the pressure because the liver will have to flow. And now you see people, they will even wear uniform. They sell all these agbo all around. They will put it in nylon. We just like carpenter, mechanic, we just like pan, you drink it, we don't know what is inside. So things that we are taking minerals now, we are eating junk food, we are taking, as I say, a lot of chemicals that will now give pressure to the kidney to clear. So that is predisposing us. So we should live natural as much as possible. Also, we should also reduce all these spices they put in our food. All this Maggi, I'm not saying we should not eat it at all. If you can prevent eating, I don't eat Maggi, for example. If my mother don't cook Maggi, so all my wives, none of them, they know the rule. You don't put Maggi in my food, just put salt and meat or fish. I will eat it like that. It will be sweet. People will say, I said it will be sweet. People come to our house to eat, and they won't know there is no Maggi there. So let's live natural as much as possible. Then number 5, excessive sweating. Excessive sweating has nothing to do with kidney, really. It will even help the kidney. Because if the kidney cannot remove all the water, sweat will be removing the water from the body system. So it has no negative effect on the kidney. However, with excessive sweating, people may have what we call heat intolerance. That may be due to malformation of the thyroid. The thyroid, there is something on our neck called thyroid. In fact, it might be swollen at times. People will call it goiter. It may not be swollen. And once it increases production of the hormone thyroxine and T3 and T4, it may lead to excessive sweating. The sweat can also be on the palm and all that. But it is not negative to the kidney. What is important is that water must leave the body. Some will leave through urine, some will leave through sweat, some will leave through feces. Some will even leave through our breathing. As we breathe, some water are also being excreted. Number 6, body painkillers. For those who have diseases that are painful, the joint pain and all that, they may need to take painkillers. Let's say our doctors for the right one. Because painkiller like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, the aspirin, the ibuprofen, the diclofenac, they can even give us ulcer. They can cause kidney problem. So let's go to the hospital so I can prescribe the best for us. But the other thing is that some people will still need to use them. So that's why I'm saying that we should put less. If your kidney is free, enjoying, and you just do diclofenac, that will not destroy the kidney. Just ibuprofen in 1 week, 2 weeks will not destroy the kidney. But when the kidney is tired already, it's like you now hit that person. Normally, blow should not kill someone. Giving a punch should not kill someone. When somebody is ready to die before, weak, tired, and you give that person a punch, that person may die. Whereas it's not the one who actually killed the person. What we kill the person is there already, just an unfortunate circumstances. So diclofenac, ibuprofen should naturally not shut down the kidney. But when the kidney is weak and we now load the kidney again, we saw it may shut down. So let's see our doctor for better advice. Minerals and sugar containing things. Somebody said that he takes it, and whenever I go for test, they will say that the sugar is still not bad. What I tell people is that the system is garbage in, garbage out. If you take mineral, you take sugar, and you burn them, because they are all glucose, what they will end up is glucose. What we don't want is excess accumulation of glucose in the body. If you are the one that is very, very active, You run all around, you walk all around. You can actually burn those things. But the problem now is many of us are office people. In fact, the people even selling yala shop, we sit down one place. Kabira operation beye, Messi, love money. People now sit down, use what we call sedentary lifestyle. People work in office. From morning till night, they will sit down. People work in bank, in AC. So with this life, we are not burning what we taking. If some person is taking in mineral, all this sugar, it may affect the person. But if you are somebody who run around and all that, you drink mineral once in a while, of course it is sugar that it will give you. And once you burn off the sugar, there may not be any problem. So we do not say that mineral and sugar are not good at all. In fact, some people we need, in fact, to diabetic patients who are on drugs, usually tell them, keep cubes of sugar in your bag. Because when you use drug at times, your sugar is low and you want to die too. Because hypoglycemia too will kill. Quickly put sugar in your mouth so that your sugar can be restored. So we still need sugar in the body system. Depending on what we do, is what will determine the amount of sugar we should take. Okay, and I think the last one is here. We shouldn't use local. Okay. It is said that we shouldn't use local herbs again. What about Asaola herbal remedies? I have not said that we shouldn't use herb at all. What I have said is that we should be conscious because we don't know. You know, there is no difference between herbs and our normal English tablet. The difference is that the people, the orthodox medicine has gone higher to look at, okay, the pharmacist, that's what the pharmacist does. These herbs, what are the ingredients in it? Which of the ingredients is for headache? It's like you have crude oil, I always say. If you go and put crude oil in your car will not move. Because crude oil has bitumen, has diesel, has kerosene, has petrol. Agbo is like crude oil. The Igbo drug is that you have refined petrol out of it. So petrol is for petrol cars. Diesel is for diesel cars. But if you use agbo, everything is there. So the petrol will still work for your body. If you pay, the pain will go down. But the others, you will put pressure on the kidney. So I'm not saying we should not use agbo, but if you use agbo once in a while, even the Igbo drug, you have to talk about aspirin, ibuprofen too, that they may also shut down the kidney. So one is not against herbal remedies. What we are saying is that be careful on which kind of herbal remedy you will take. Be careful on the dosage. Be careful on the duration of usage. And be sure that the herbal remedy will cure what is wrong with you before taking it. That's just it. So some herbal remedy can be beneficial. For example, if you take uru, everybody know that uru has quinine. What I'm not sure of, and my son want to tell us, is that whether there are other things in ewe uru, apart from quinine, but it is sure that there is quinine in ewe uru. There is a little bit of quinine in ewe dongoyaro. So those herbal too, and if you use quinine, it will cure your malaria. But we are not sure if there are other things. So if our herbal remedy can go a step further, by looking at what does these leaves contain, how can we extract the active ingredient that we need from it so that we don't take everything, or how can we reduce the dosage so that we don't load our body system with too much thing, is a graduation that we should go. Let me tell us that when quinine fail, what we are using now for malaria is artemether lumefantrine. It is from the China. It's on their herbal thing there. What they only do is just to remove the artemether based ingredient that is needed. That's what we are using worldwide today. Our problem with herbal remedy is that we are not ready to develop. We are not ready to do more research to bring out active ingredient and make it beneficial to everybody. And we are even hiding it. Some people will tell you, that they will not tell you. And they are dying with those secrets that they should have let loose to people that we can do research on and bring out to be beneficial to the whole world. We will hide things that will make some herbal remedy work, and the people hiding it, those are dying gradually. That in fact some things are not working again because the other things that will be added are not known anymore. So let us just be more open to our herbal remedy. I know we declare everything, but let us go further to start doing research. People like my Sabimbola can help us into looking at the active ingredients, look at what we can extract out so that we don't just take all those done. But the fact is that our babas take agbo in those days and their kidneys don't fail. It's because it is only agbo that is putting pressure on their kidney. Many of them may not drink alcohol, many of them may not drink mineral, many of them will not eat all these things that we eat today. So the pressure on the kidney is reduced. So the problem with us now is we are putting agbo, ototi, ogogoro, Maggi, we are just putting a lot of oil, and that's why the kidney could not cope and they are failing. So let's just be careful on what we take. May Almighty Allah continue to help us. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. I think your